I'm never sleeping, cause sleeping is the cause of your death. Live by the cold shoe, I take my last breath. I'm never sleeping. I hustle while you rest. We from the cooking still ain't nothing left.
It's your boy Reality Round Bullard. I'm here with another episode of the Reality Round with my co-host
Boss Hawk 215_reality realm. Hey, listen, we hope everybody had a great and safe Thanksgiving. Things are looking good on our end. We're coming back with the content even stronger. Thanks for sticking with us. And let's get right into it, bro. Let's get right into it. First thing is life topic, man. Something that I think that a lot of people might, not think about every day, but we're gonna bring it to your attention. So parents all across the world, parents across, across the United States, across Philadelphia, across Pennsylvania, across the whole continent. So you can't be surprised at the outcome when you give kids, it could be your nieces, nephews, your cousins, your actual child or whatever, too much leeway on key decisions. I'm gonna turn that one over to you first, bro. I want to get your take on it.
Well, as you know, we had these kinds of conversations all the time, bro. And I'm a very, very strong proponent of the concept of discipline. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I feel as though that shit needs to be handed down because a lot of these kids, and it's crazy because a lot of kids, some of them are being disciplined. A lot of them are being disciplined, and you wouldn't even fucking know it by the way they conduct themselves after they get outdoor, get in a mix with their peers and shit. But for the ones that we know that are, I would say it's probably 2-3 times more that are not.
Right.
That's
for real, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. That's evident in what you see on the news damn near every night. Some old fraud shit didn't happen in the city, or shit, if not this city, somebody else's city. You see it, you be like, damn, what the fuck is going on with these cats out here? What's up with these young boys? What's up with these young chicks? Like, what are they doing? It's evident. It starts at home, and it's evident by the way they carry themselves. So you cannot leave these decisions in the hands of these kids. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know they ass from a hole in the ground. They can barely piss straight, as the old expression goes. And you mean to tell me you want to leave it to them to make decisions that could derail their life, that could put them on a fucked up downward spiral for the rest of their very existence? You want to leave that up to them? Are you fucking idiots? You would have to be. And that's reality.
No, but the double down on what you're saying though, man. Honestly, I feel you, man, because it's like, like you said, there's a lot of parents out here that are doing what they're supposed to do. And we live in a different time than we lived in back then. But I know at least if I take 10, at least 8 ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's more or less like, like as long as they're not bothering them from getting high or going out to the bar. I mean, nobody can go out to the bars these days, but I'm saying previous times, going out to the bar or, getting their head knocked loose or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know how that go. You know what I mean? Like, I can give a fuck what you do. Just make sure you come home. It don't work that way. It don't at all. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm of that old school, you know what I mean? That's the way I was brought up, whatever, that old school, discipline, you know what I'm saying? You got to do this, or you knew it was going to happen if you didn't do it. You already know. It could be the simplest thing. It could turn into an ass whooping, automatic ass whooping. And you just knew it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like you might think twice, and you had to think on your feet too. Not, she ain't worried about me. Or he ain't worried about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and do what I'm going to do. No, you had to think like, so when I get in the house, how is this going to play out?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going to happen behind this? Like, and that would adjust your decision from here to there.
And a lot of these kids don't even approach the shit that way because of the simple fact that, like you just said, they know where the priorities lie with the ones they call mom or dad or grandma, whatever the fuck. They already know. They know that they would much rather be doing other shit instead of doing the job of their parent or guardian. They understand that. So they know 9 times out of 10, all they got to do is come up with some old fucking half-ass excuse, some stupid-ass reason for why they did. They know that. And they know that it's going to get dismissed. They're gonna hear it. dismiss it, move on from it so they can get back to getting high, get back to getting their head knocked off, get back to whatever the fuck they were doing other than being a fucking parent.
Exactly. And I think that, that's the reason why we see a shift. And I mean, it's a lot of other things, whatever, but that's a main reason of a shift of what these kids is doing out here too, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think very rarely you would have a kid with a gun that's 12 years old. Very rarely. You had to be one of them psychopath motherfucking, you was just crazy. Everybody knew you was just crazy. Like, crazy such and such. Now it's like, oh, he got a gun, he got a gun, he got a gun. They all 13 years old. Like, seriously? You know what's crazy though, bro? You know what's crazy? I had a conversation with somebody. You know this person. We'll talk about it off air. I ain't gonna air his name out on this joint, but we was having a conversation, like a real thorough conversation. And he young. He about 28, 29. He said, I gotta watch my back for these young boys. Nigga, you is a young boy. What you talking about? Like, nah, man, this shit different out here now, man. Niggas 13 years old, ready to take the, you know what I mean? Take the niggas out at his age and shit. Like, and I said, damn, man, and that comes down to, the parenting. Now, here's another thing too, what we got to think about too is, when these females were having these babies, they weren't taught properly. Because the mother is supposed to be the controlling factor of not controlling, but like the nurturer of the family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of females these days, with kids that are like 13, 14, you know what I'm saying? They don't have that aspect. They probably just don't know.
Well, see, a lot of, if you look at it, right, every family has that glue person.
Right.
That one person that just kind of keeps everybody together, keeps the family tight, plans
keep
all right. I mean, on some, if you look at it, right, this is a prime example. Looking back at the show Good Times.
Okay.
James Evans was the glue.
Yeah.
He was the glue. He kept that shit. He kept Junior in line. He kept Michael Evans in line, who was disgusting, by the way. I'm saying, like, I'm sorry, man.
Why you gotta bust on Mike though, man?
I don't like Michael Evans, man.
First of all, I like the fact you keep calling him Michael, man. I mean, I know that's what they called him, but just call him Mike. Come on, man.
His name Michael Evans. His name was Michael Evans. I never liked him. He was always walking around. He was always woofing. He was always talking shit. You know what I mean? Them tight ass corduroys on, fucking turtlenecks and Partridge Family sweaters. I never liked that. But anyway, I'm not gonna go down that path. I'm gonna leave that right there. But I just never feeling main man. But back to the issue at hand. Yeah, man, James Evans, man, he was definitely the glue in that family. And most families do have that one person that everybody
right.
that everybody rallies around. So, but in everyday life, though, it's like, damn, when you got babies having babies, a lot of shit gets lost in that cycle. Parenting, that shit gets lost. And see, I've been saying this right here, what I'm about to say, I've been saying it for years. And I'm sorry, I know people don't like to hear it, but it's facts. If you are an idiot, and you find a second idiot to have a child with, chances are you're going to bring a third idiot into the world and all your family of fools. And that's reality.
No, that's real trap. That's real trap. You know what I'm saying? And I think about even down to the days when, you know what? I ain't going to even take it there. We're going to move on. We're going to move on. We don't want to spend too much time on this subject. All right, so another good topic is taking kindness for weakness is not only stupid, but it also leads to desensitization. So I'm gonna lead this off, and I think that that old saying, "Fool me once, shame on you; fool me twice, shame on me," or however it goes. I think a lot of people don't even apply that to what's going on in the situation. Because you can have all the good intentions in the world, and somebody else just wants to keep using and using and using. To the point, it gets to the point where it's like, it's like the boy that cried wolf. And then when you really need that person, they already checked out mentally. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to be careful on what you ask for. And I'm saying what you asking for, and your wants and your needs. I want $1 million. Do I need it? No, I don't need $1 million, but I want it. Yeah. So let's say, bro, if it was you, if you had billions, I say, bro, I want $1 million, and you say, you know what? Here you go. Take the $1 million. Don't call me no more. I fucked $1 million up. What I'm gonna do now? What I'm gonna do? I had the money, but everything that I wanted, I got. But now I can't afford everything that I got. Because people gotta understand this, whatever. When you buy big ticket items, there is things behind big ticket items as well. You buy a bigger house, your bills go up. You buy a better car, your payments go up. Your insurance goes up. You buy, once you get that house, whatever, you have to pay taxes. You got to pay house insurance. These are the things that people don't really think. They just see, and it's back to that people having blinders on, whereas though they just look at things. Oh, they got a house on Instagram. They just don't mean you can afford it, though. You could buy it all day, but can you afford the upkeep? Can you afford the maintenance?
And you know what, you took that's the word that ran through my mind the minute you said, "Can you afford it?" That's right. The maintenance, because and people, that's how people get caught up a lot. Like with cars, for example, like you just said, you get that car, you see the payment, but I can afford that. Really? Can you? Because now when the brakes go, when this breaks down, that down, and you got to replace it with factory parts, they be like, yo, don't put that cheap shit on there.
Not even that. Bro, I didn't cut you off, but you can't take it to Julio no more. You got to go to the dealer now.
Yup, sure enough.
Or you can't go to Earl. You know what I'm saying? Like Earl, man, you got to take that to the dealer. I don't bang with those.
Yep, exactly.
So
no
it's like,
that hood shit goes right on out the window.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I think, like, I think to me, the desensitization part of it is, like you said, if you was my friend and you had billions, and I say, bro, let me hold $1 million. Instead of doing that with money, yo, man, what are you doing? How did you get your $1 billion? Point me in the right direction. Help me that way.
Right.
So whatever I get, I know how to stack it. I know how to maintain it, and I can take off from there. But I mean, the desensitization part is more or less like you got to think the person on the end is keep giving and giving and giving, and then they get upset. Like, yo, I done gave you. Let's just say, for instance, if somebody was to come to, oh, let me hold enough for 100. Let me hold 1,000. I just gave you $2,000, bro. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you think I don't got to eat, or I don't got shit I got to take care of as well?
Right. And it's like all of a sudden they start treating you like you a fucking bottomless pit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
right.
And it's oh man, it's fucking annoying, bro. It's fucking
annoying. Ain't even a word, bro. That ain't even a word. You know what it is? It make you. It's not a word for it. To me, it's like your emotions change towards that person.
And it can change toward the world because you get tired of motherfuckers treating you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you might be, by nature, you might be a very easygoing, kind, giving person.
Right.
Just generous by nature.
Right.
But if it's a scenario where every time you look around, some asshole is trying to take advantage of that, all of a sudden now you're not that person no more.
Exactly.
And it's the people who knew you prior. They knew you previously. They knew that you was a cool guy. They knew that. You know what I'm saying? But now, like I said, just let down after let down after let down. Now you somewhere else inside your mind. You're in another place, and you unleash that shit on everybody. And everybody that you're going to unleash that on, they're not going to be deserving of that.
You know what I'm saying? Then now, he changed.
There you go. And that,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what you get.
That's real. That's real. And then I think too, another thing is a lot of people don't understand this too, is like, as humans, we can only take so much. No matter what it is, you're going to take so much pain. You're going to take so much pressure. You're going to take so much fuckery. You're going to take so much lies or whatever until you get to the point where you lash out. When you lash out, then it's like, what happened to him? He lost it a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? He lost his shit for a couple minutes. That's what happened. And it happens every day. Every day, bro. every day, and it's sad, whatever. And it's like the people, you know what it is? It's almost like, and this is the way I look at it. It's almost like you're a carcass, and these fucking crows keep picking at you, picking at you, picking at you, picking at you, to the point where, man, fuck this. I gotta get away from this shit. Anybody that's in my way is gonna get ran over.
You know what? Now, why'd you have to use crows as an example? You know I don't fuck with them Jones like that.
I'm just saying though. It's almost like you can get that analogy though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah,
I mean, you're not dead. You might not be dead, but it's like, yo.
I had an incident with a crow the other morning, man.
Oh my God, that's just you, man.
No, brother. No, see,
It's just you. Man.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me tell you what happened. Then I think you'll feel me. Now,
Okay.
I was minding my fucking business. It was early. It was early in the morning. It had to be
Type early. We talking about 4 in the morning early or like 6 in the morning early? You got to give me early time frame.
it's like 6.
Like 6. Okay. All right.
6 in the morning. It wasn't too much of shit going on. Like, not people around yet. I'm minding my business. I'm taking out the trash. So
Okay.
now when I step out the door, I hear, I hear that fraud ass shit they be doing that. I'm like, what the fuck? Wait a minute. He sound close. So I look around, I check my surroundings, I look up, and this motherfucker sitting on the rooftop, looking up in the air, making that noise, but then now he looking directly at me doing the shit. So I said, okay, you on your shit. Fuck it, I'm ignoring. Nah, man, listen, it is what it is, man. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to ignore this. I'm not going to I'm going to go.
All
So I kept it pushing.
Right.
I take a few steps. Next thing I know, I see the silhouette shadow, and I hear, and all I hear is like, this motherfucker past my head, low as shit, so low that I could hear the wings flapping, and he flew by me, doing all that extra shit. I said, see, this is what I be talking about. Niggas think I be bullshitting, I be making this shit up. But
no, honestly though, you're the only person I know that have a problem with crows. Like, I don't know. Like,
look, bro, me, myself, and crows, we've been going through it for years.
I know this. Matter of fact, word on the street is, you know what? I mean, I hope ain't nobody on, like, one of them animal protections or anything. Didn't you shoot a crow before? Or shot at a crow?
I don't recall. You know what? I don't recall.
So you know what? See that? Once you start rocking back, okay, you did it. That's cool.
No, brother, listen. All I know is this. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to leave it alone. Now, when it comes, first of all, you know, as well as anybody that knows me knows, I'm an animal lover. I love animals. Everybody knows.
For sure, definitely, for sure, yeah.
However, there's a few different breeds of different animals that seem to got it in for me. Like I did something to them. I ain't never did nothing to them.
Because you don't love them. That's the problem.
Hey, brother, listen. I throw bread on the ground sometimes, or chicken nuggets, or fries, or whatever the fuck, so these motherfuckers can eat. I've done it. I looked out. A crow ain't never did shit for me, but I can say a couple times where I looked out for a crow. But see, now, as far as shooting at one or actually shooting one, I cannot confirm nor deny it. I don't have no recollection of it.
Okay, well, confirmation is good. My confirmation is good. Okay, all right. I know how to read between the lines, so it's all good for me. It's all good for me, man. Oh man, how did we get that part? I don't even know where the crow came in. But listen though, either way, so do you feel as though, like, people, us as human beings, right? Do you feel as though, like, that some people just need to stand on their own too?
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? Honestly, it feels better when you accomplish something when you stand on your own too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody did this for you. Nobody can say did that for you. You did what you had to do, whatever, with what you had.
Your heart bursts with pride, and there's a very, very strong feeling of independence when you do it. No doubt. Exactly. I agree 100%.
So I think for the people who do have this mentality, I think this is the message that should be preached to them. Stop worrying about what X, Y, and Z got. You know what I'm saying? Worry about what you have and worry about doubling and tripling that. Because honestly, when you get down to the basis of the whole thing, your life ain't that bad. I mean, you could be, first of all, you could not be here. That's number one. For number two is you could be you could be living under the L.
Yep.
You could be down in Kensington, you know what I'm saying? If you're not in one of those two situations, whatever, to me, you have a shot. You have a shot.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So stop worrying about what somebody else got. You don't know what they went through to get there either.
Exactly, man.
You know, you don't know that.
Exactly. You just, like you don't know him. Like they say, you can't judge a man till you walk a mile in his shoes. You don't know his story.
Exactly. You don't know the sacrifices. You don't know how many hours he put into this. You don't know what he had to cut off to get to the. You know what I'm saying? You know, because honestly, the road, as we going to use the Cool G rap term, road to the riches. Some shit be crazy. Some shit really, really be crazy. And I know some shit about some people like, damn, like, you went through a lot of shit or you did a lot of shit to get there, but now you got to stay there. Because you got everybody, you know what I'm saying? You got people that's trying to pick at you from here and there and there and there and there. It could be somebody hating on you. It could be somebody, damn, yo, man, let me hold 20,000. Nigga, the fuck? Like, where was I at? Where was you at when I needed 20,000? You might have had it and just looked at me like I was crazy.
Hey man, you know what? It's like your man Big once said. See, they got the gall to pray and pray for my downfall.
Real shit. And I think a lot of people who do get into that, you know what I mean, that taking kindness for weakness, it's not totally hate, but it's some hate built into that.
Yeah, it is. Because on some real shit, I think they really want to. I think for real, even though every time they ask something of you, and you do whatever it is they ask of you, even though they be like good looking out, I feel like they resent you for being able to get it done.
So now I can't, but and that's the reason why sometimes when I do certain things, whatever, I don't. Case in point, somebody ask me to do something for them, right? I got to give you something. I don't want anything. Because now you feel as though like he only did it because of this. No, I'm doing it out of the kindness of my heart. Now, however, when we start getting into the bigger scheme of things, whatever, yeah, now you got to pay me. Because you know what? You had to pay somebody else.
Right.
And that only goes for certain people, though. Because, some people will keep, can I get this? Can I get that? Whatever. And to me, it don't has, and I want everybody to understand this. It doesn't have to be about money. It could be a piece of your brain, a piece of your knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I went through this X, Y, and Z, whatever, to figure this out for myself, for my household, and for my immediate family. But now you want it.
Right.
Why? So you can go ahead and charge somebody else. And I've been in that situation where I didn't hook people up on how to do stuff, whatever, and then they'll go ahead and just, oh, yeah, such and such doing it for now for $35. When I told them for free.
They don't seem to understand that certain shit. You're supposed to pass that forward. They don't get that. They're like, they just, like you said, you taught them for free. They turned around and made it a fucking full-time income. Like they didn't.
Exactly.
Shit.
Now, granted, I might not have the time to do that, but still, all right, if you're doing it for 35, all right, here you go, bro. Take 10 off every joint I get. All right, I'm cool with that. Like, that's extra bread in my pocket, whatever. It's something minuscule, something small. I might even tell you, nah, go ahead, eat, bro. Go ahead. You never know what I'm going to say. But just to go ahead and just to start doing it and then charging people that I know, who I might have told, no, like, such said they could do it for $34. Okay. All right. Well, you go ahead and you pay them $35 and see how this shit works out. Because the one thing is, I taught you a lot. I didn't teach you everything. I got contingency plans on shit that I did. Fuck that.
No doubt.
So, I mean, that is what it is, bro. I mean, I think we on the same page, whatever. I think people need to really, really take into account on what you take from somebody and, and really, really just get on your own grind. That's my whole thing from that. So now, next topic, bro. And this is a big one for me. So now, supposedly, there is a cure for COVID by the company Pfizer. I believe it's Pfizer. I think it's somewhere. Don't quote me. I know it's somewhere overseas. They're planting somewhere overseas, and they're supposed to be sending it first to Chicago. That's the first cargo. Don't know when, but they already got the route mapped out. I mean, what does this even mean to us? You know what I'm saying? I mean, is it really coming? Is this just talks? is it something that's going to work?
Well, you know what? I will say this. Hopefully it is really coming. Hopefully it does work for the people out here who are
Really needed.
that really need it, that's suffering. Hopefully, it'll help get them, get them back on track. I mean, myself personally though, I got to keep it a yard because that's what I do. I keeps it 100. So that being said, I'm not lining up to get that shit once it touchdown. I'm going to give it some time. I got to see it unfold first because we have talked too much about this topic, right?
Mm.
And my feelings and or opinions have not changed about it. I feel like there's still a lot of I'll just say mystery to the whole situation.
Right.
And because it is, I got to walk slow with how I play it. Now, I think a lot of people are going to jump out the window with the idea of getting that vaccine once it hit, and they're doing it with the hopes that now all of a sudden they can just go out here and do them, and they ain't got to worry about catching COVID no more because they got the vaccine. I also think that once it hits, certain things you will be left out of unless you have it. Like case in point, flying on an airplane. I could see that. I could see them saying, if you cannot provide proof that you have had this vaccination, you can't get on this flight. I could see some, and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
I mean, that's definitely a thing. That's definitely a thing.
Schools too. I think they're going to do that same thing for school students. The ones that got the vaccine are welcome back. The ones that don't got to continue to do homeschool. I just think, and again,
that's the thing, and then you got to think about it too. Remember, with schools, you have to get certain immunizations to even be able to participate in schools. So is this something they add onto the list?
Oh hell yeah!
It's crazy. Me and my girl just was talking about this earlier, or whatever. And, that's the conversation me and her was having, and we were saying we hope that this is not something that they force. You know what I'm saying? Because
they kind of will without actually doing it. Because if you leave a motherfucker a choice like that, you tell a parent who want their kid to fuck from around them anyway, you tell a parent, hey, your kid come back to school, but he or she got the headache state their vaccination, but then they can come back. Now this motherfucker like, damn, you mean to tell me I can get rid of this motherfucker for another 5-6 hours out of a day? Hell yeah, take that get your ass in there and get that vaccine.
Honestly, because even parents that are like real parents, they frustrated too because you're working on top of monitoring. Right. So you're really getting your work done. Your job don't want to hear that shit. Deal with it. Figure it the fuck out.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And another thing that I heard, whatever, the eating a compound is fat. Now, I think we had talked about this before, and I want to get a little bit deeper into it. And I don't want to get too deep. We'll talk about this off. What I really, really feel was my mind really turns on, whatever, is I heard now, in order to get your second stimulus, you got to get the shot. Now, that's just thrown out there. That's not saying it's true, but that makes sense to me.
Makes a hell of a lot of sense.
Because you know what now? Yeah, but get a little 1,200 or whatever. Go ahead, take your shot. Take your ass to work.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It makes a lot of sense. And don't mistake me. I don't think this is a Trump Biden thing. I don't think this is a Democrat Republican thing. I think this is a new world order thing.
Well,
and I'm gonna leave that comment at that. That's because it can get really deep. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, we talked about it. We both said on many occasions that we think that this pandemic is going to birth world change.
Yep.
We've talked about that. So, I could definitely see just a new way of existence coming out of this. And as I said a few minutes ago, forcing it without forcing it.
Exactly.
Just giving you an ultimatum, right?
Exactly.
But when giving you that ultimatum,
bro, the Matrix, the red or blue pill, you choose, or red or green pill, you choose.
See what I'm saying? There it is. Like they go, hey, man, listen, You like flying. You like taking these trips every year. You ain't getting on that plane no more unless you got that vaccine. What? I got it. Man, fuck it, man. Go ahead, man. Shit. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Because you want to be able to take that trip to Miami. You want to be able to take that trip to fucking wherever the hell you go to, fucking Jamaica, wherever. Like you want to be able to.
Fucking. They could be St. Martin's. I mean, I'm St. Martin's, fucking Antigua, like places that I've been. That's like like islands, like that. Them nice. They're really nice places. I know people that actually vacation there for like this whole summer. So it's like, well, damn, I gotta do that. Just make my regular routine. Nah, bro, you really don't. I mean, you probably do within the rules they're setting, whatever. You already been there. Nothing's going to change.
Right.
Them islands don't change like that, man. They really don't. It's a nice place to go. It's nice weather. I mean, it's clear water, which I still don't understand. That's a whole different subject. It's real festive, and it's like you kind of decompress when you go to them islands, whatever, because it's real relaxing. I'm not taking no fucking shot to go there though. Any other shot I needed? All right, I got my passport. I'm good. I'm straight. What? They don't even ask you for with your shot records. Actually, you know what, bro? I think they do. I think they go back into your history to see if you had certain shots, whatever, before in your past. So it's like but I didn't go through that. I got my passport. Boom, boom. I was gone. But now it's like, oh, you got to get fuck you. I'm not doing that. This fucking passport will rot. I'm cool because I didn't take the flu shot. I still haven't. Really, I mean, I might have had the common cold before. I've never had an actual flu. When I was a young boy, I probably did. I mean, you're a snotty nosed young boy running around touching everything. You know what I mean? But like these days, I've never really had no flu like that. I mean, knock on wood. But like like I didn't have that. So it's like, why are you giving me the shot? What's in this? And why do I need it? Oh, you should just have it just in case. I don't get the flu every year when when the flu season comes around. So I'm good. I'm not taking it.
I mean, everybody's immune system is different. So I mean,
Sure.
if your shit supports you to that extent, then you don't need it.
No, you know what though? But I remember, and I'm gonna say this, whatever. My mom, when she really first got sick 20 years ago, she had to take it because she was, she had cancer or whatever. So it was like, okay, she had to take it. But what her words to me was, you good, don't take it. I'm only taking this because I have an ailment. I said, all right, well then, I'm not taking it. Until I get an ailment, I'm not taking it.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where I stand on it. And I really think that it's a lot of little funny things going on if you pay like say, a lot of people listen to Fox News and you watch your local news channels. I don't really watch the news, bro. I just pay attention to fucking shit that's happening. Like, okay, Trump all of a sudden now is trying to pardon his his kids. How do you pardon them if they don't have a charge? And why isn't it nobody in the White House or nobody that's actually, that's actually, like chief of staff or something? Like, you can't do that, bro. Like, come on, now you just, I mean, you already crazy. We know you bad shit, but now you just get the fuck out. Come on, man, pack your shit and
go. No comment.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just saying. But I mean, all I'm saying is, I mean, like, like you can't. All right, this is like this, whatever. If you was the captain of the 35th and you said, Chris, my man, I'm pardoning him on anything he do. I ain't even do shit yet. Or I haven't been charged with shit yet. How is that possible?
I mean, listen, I get it. I understand exactly what you're saying. However, no comment.
All right. So moving along, back to the COVID. I just really feel as though, like, I'm not trusting no pharmaceutical company. And like I said, that has nothing to do with any party. Pharmaceutical companies is the biggest ripoff and probably the biggest empire we've ever seen. Next to the banking industry. So if it was me, whatever, everybody, each his own. I wouldn't take the vaccine. I think it might be something that might help. And the one thing they did say on a positive note was that they want to get it to first responders first. So cops, EMTs, ambulance, fire, firefighters, all them. They want to get there first. Get theirs first. Military, and then anybody that's 65 and older will have access to it before anybody below that medium age.
Hey, an old head that we both know, and I'll tell you who off the joint. I ran into him the other day, and he told me he had a bout with
okay. All right.
And he was just saying, man, he said, yo, he went through some like ups and downs like a motherfucker while he had that.
Right.
And he was just saying, man, he said, yo, man, I'm gonna tell you,
careful, like.
He said it's not a game. He said everybody, people out here that think that shit is a joke, and it's not. Because he said it, at a point in time he felt like, he said he felt so like beat down by the whole thing. From an energy perspective, he said, man, I probably couldn't, a toddler probably could have whooped my ass if he wanted to. Like that's just how fucked up he felt. So he just was saying, he's like, people need to really stop taking this thing lightly and treat it like they're telling you to treat it.
Right.
But you could say that till you turn blue in the face. There's always going to be some fucking asshole out here just can't wait to just go against the grain. That shit is fucking annoying. But that's
right. Like, oh man, it's all good, man. Take your mask off. Fuck you. I'm good, yo. I'm good. Like, no, because I just look at it like this. We don't even know how it's really contracted. So it could be a handshake. It can be me touching the railing. It can be me touching the milk in the grocery store. It can be you talking to me, and your breath. I'm not sniffing your breath, but particles in the air and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be molecules. We don't really know. I mean, nobody's given a direct determination of how you contract it. Because now I'm hearing on this, like, oh well, if you have it and you don't have any symptoms, just quarantine for either 7 or 10 days. You just told me 14 like 4 months ago. So now why is it changing?
Well, I was gonna say, lately I've heard all of the aforementioned, everything you just said,
right?
Every way possible. Like it is airborne. They're saying you could definitely catch it out of the air, even though it started off as being like a surface thing.
Right.
If you touch the surface that the virus was on, and then touched your eyes and all that shit,
right.
It has kind of like, I'll just say, evolved from that to now you can pluck it out the air.
So let me ask you this though, bro, and I just want to ask you this like on some real shit. If you think I'm going too far, don't answer the question.
Okay.
If something that surfaced me turns into airborne, isn't that chemical warfare?
Well, again, conversations me and you have had.
I just want to know if I'm not, because I think we on the same page with that, but I just want to go ahead. I just wanted to reiterate. Go ahead.
I definitely think that this is a form of what you just called it. I think it's at this point in time, man. How can you really say it ain't? I mean, it's more. There's more things about it that points toward that being the situation than it's not. Than not being the situation. Now, do we have concrete proof of this? No.
However, we probably never will.
Probably never will. But it just sure seems pretty motherfucking convenient, like you just said. Started off as just a surface thing. Now it's an airborne thing. I mean, these motherfuckers are saying that if you around somebody, because they're talking about this because they know Christmas is coming up. They're saying plan to be out like doing any kind of like singing of carols and shit. Instead of 6 feet, you should do 10 feet apart, because they were saying because when you're singing,
you might spit or something. Yeah, like you're blowing the molecules out of your body into the air. 10 feet ain't enough. Just don't be there. Shit.
You ain't got stuff.
No, real shit. Because think about it, bro. Like, think about it this way. Plenty of times we've been outside, whatever, and it's hawking. I mean, the hawk is out there on our back, and we just on the block chopping it. You ever notice when the air from your mouth comes out, whatever, it blows so far. Even if you watch the old, like the football games when they actually playing, that smoke that come out their mouth, that's all the chemicals in your body or whatever that's coming out and blowing throughout the air. I don't know where that went. I really have no clue.
Facts. Don't know.
So I mean, don't say 10 feet is good enough. How do you know? Did you put somebody in the hyperbaric chamber or some shit like that and really test this out? No, the fuck y'all didn't. Or maybe y'all did and y'all know. Maybe it's 30 feet. 10 feet, he be all right, whatever. He might catch the antibodies and all that, and he be all right. Like, no, I don't want to catch none of this shit. I'm good.
But see, notice, that's why they always say, if you don't gotta be in the mix, don't be in the mix any at all.
Right.
That's why they say that. And they say, well, if you are, then maintain that distance of 6 feet. But if you ain't got to be in it any at all, then don't. But
nah.
You know how that go, though.
Yeah, exactly. Shit, that's like you telling me, well, if you stand 12 feet away, a bullet ain't gonna hit you. Shit, that motherfucker ricochet off something and hit the shit out. Man, listen, I'm good, man. I'm good. You can't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining, dog. You really, I just can't. I can't get jiggy with that shit. I'm sorry. I just don't trust it. For everybody, still play it status quo. Stay in your crib as much as you can. I know everybody has to go out and do certain things. Do what you got to do. Bring your ass back home.
There you go.
That's all I've been doing, man. That's all I've been doing, yo. I got to go out and do something. I do it, and I come back home. Try to be as safe as possible. Now, I'm not one of those. I ain't gonna say hypochondriac at this point, whatever. I'm not gonna put on gloves and then touch something and then put it back in my pocket. Or no, I'm not doing all that. I'm gonna go out, do what I need to do. Boom, boom. That's it. Because you know what? Honestly, what people don't understand is sometimes that's cross contamination.
Oh hell yeah.
If I go out and gloves, whatever, I'm still grabbing the door to get into this place. And like, some people, we clean up every day. No, the fuck you didn't. Because if you did, you be outside cleaning and not inside telling me you clean it. Come on with the bullshit. And who in their right mind, actually, whatever, because I mean, this is something new to us, whatever, just as a population, you got to think about it. Nobody's going to be out there doing that. Whereas though it's like somebody's outside all the time. And wait, you got to wait to open the door. And you got to wait till I wipe this down and then spray it and wipe it. No, that never happens. It just doesn't.
Not at all.
So, whatever with that, man. All right, let's get into a more interesting topic right now, man. Roy versus Mike. Yeah, it happened, man. That went down. Thoughts, concerns, and questions. I'm gonna let you go ahead and start this one off. And and don't talk about Mike's shorts either, man, because his shorts was tight back in '91 too. I'm just throwing that out there. Go ahead.
Well, look, man, I tweeted that night when I saw it, I was like, damn. It felt good, first of all, to see my man coming down that aisle again. That felt great. I mean, I had to watch the shit.
He kind of looked like Mega that day, but go ahead.
Damn. Okay. That's fucked up.
I'm just saying.
That's fucked up. That's all kinds of fucked up. But nah, man, it felt good to see my man coming down the aisle. But, as I looked at him, I was like, damn, my man out there with some volleyball shorts on. That shit looked kind of crazy. But, I mean, listen, man, I wasn't feeling them
It's the same shorts, bro. It's the same exact shorts.
Man, I look. You know what? Not really. If you look back at some old footage, them Jones.
Man, them shorts been stuck up his ass in like '85. Man, come on, man. Be real, bro. Come on, man. The only break he got was when he fucking went to jail, and then he came back and got him stuck up his ass again. Them joints been tight since then. Come on, bro.
like you say, I can't get jiggy with that shit. But anyway, we got in the ring. You know what, man? It's crazy, right? And it's almost like I felt like I jinxed the fight in a way because. Like seconds before the bell, as I watched that joint, I was like, yeah, Mike should knock his ass out. I said the only thing that will prevent this from being a knockout is if Roy run and hold all night. And that's exactly what the fuck he did. Ran.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he's not going to stand in front of Mike. I think we all knew that. Like,
I mean, I knew it, but damn, Roy. Like, I mean, my man, like, your highlight was when you held Mike with one arm, and then I think he may have hit Mike with about 5 or 6 quick-ass body shots while he was holding him.
I mean,
that ain't it, bro.
Well, but you fight the punching post man and the boy who fucked your baby mom down the street. I mean, like, come on, who else? I mean, like, he never really fought nobody. Honestly, like,
I just expected, or should I say, I hoped for more of an exchange than that. Like, I didn't want that to be the highlight of the fight. You feel me? Like, that was just like, come on, man. What you doing? Like if that's all you was going to do, Roy, You should have just called it a day and not even took the fight. Like, what was the point? And then they
was kind of boxed into a corner to take that fight.
I mean,
and now it could have been financially wise, or it could have been just, yo, Mike calling you out, dog, and you did fight at heavyweight, and then you owed the shit, like, nigga, you're fat. Like, you might as well just go ahead and fight him.
All right, well, let me ask you this question, right? Would you watch a rematch between the two of them?
Next question. I think you already know my answer.
What? And you know what?
You know what? For the people, fuck no. Go ahead.
No, it's crazy, right? My reaction to that is the same. Fuck no, but then it's Mike, man. My love for Mike is going to make me always want to watch Mike do what he do. And you know what? According to Mike on his Gram page, he said that before the fight, came to be, they had like a pre-fight. They broke records for a pay-per-view pre-order for his joint. The most this decade. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out there who still love Mike. There's a lot of people out there who still just want to see Mike Tyson do what he does. Now, I don't know if you heard or not, but since that fight happened,
Holyfield all of a sudden want to fight him.
His big head ass all of a sudden called him out. And it's funny because that was the fight that they tried to get even before the Roy Jones thing.
And I think Holyfield said no.
And Holyfield said no. Now,
I remember that.
But you've seen all that fucking revenue that got generated from that fight. Now all of a sudden you gonna tell this man sign a contract to get in the ring?
Or maybe it was the revenue, and plus on top of that, maybe in his mind he thinks, oh, Mike ain't really out here trying to hurt nobody. He just out here just, 1-2 and whatever. There was certain points in that fight Mike was trying, but it was like, this thing gonna hold me. What else can I do?
I think that you might see another air biting incident if they fight again. And I say that because let me tell you why I say that. Because if he come out doing that same nut shit he did before, leading with that big ass head, trying to headbutt Mike all day, Mike ain't having that shit. He ain't have it back then. He ain't having it now. So I guess that if he did it once, he probably would tell Holyfield. They tie up. He'd be like, look, now I felt the headbutt that time. Don't do this shit no more. You know what I'll do. You know what I'll do. You know what I'm saying? Like that might happen. And then Holyfield once again come leading with that head, and it's going to be a problem.
For me, I think I see where they're trying to go with this in my mind. Whatever, I could be wrong, but I think they're trying to make like an older league for boxers.
A senior circuit, like we talked about.
You know what I'm saying? I think they're trying to do that. But a lot of them don't have their faculties either, though, man. It's going to be really hard. Like, Roy still got his faculties. Mike still got his. I mean, Evander, I think he do. I'm not really sure. And when you get past that, who else is going to fight?
Man, if you see somebody like motherfucking...
Or Andrew Toney, he's another one. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see Tony.
You know what I'm saying? Andrew Toney. Maybe, what's the boy name? He's from Brownsville, too, I think.
You mean James Toney?
Huh? Oh, yeah, James Toney. My bad. James Toney. I said Andrew, my bad. My fault. James Toney. The other boy. Let's go, champ.
Shannon Briggs. I see that.
Yeah. He ain't number one. I mean, you know what they should have did, those, whatever? They should have just did a round robin. That would have been hot.
Okay.
They did a round robin, I think more or less like, you know what? Each round you level up in money. Start off at $1 million, get to 2, get to 3, and then, grand champion of the old head league or the Grand Pop League, you get 10.
Why you gotta say the Grand Pop League though?
Them niggas old as fuck. Them niggas was breathing like, I'm like, these niggas tired. After I think 30 seconds, him and Mike was tired. I'm telling you that right now. They both was tired.
Roy was, but not Mike.
They both was, yeah. They both was.
No. After that first round, Mike was cool. Roy was.
Just because Mike was throwing harder punches, he's the harder puncher naturally. So, I mean, we can't just... He was breathing hard, too. Come on, man.
Listen, man.
And first of all, and then another thing, Mike, don't ever come in the ring with the pussy face again. You're not 19 no more, all right? You're going to come in here with all this shit shaved off. Like, nah, man. Put some hair on your face, something, man. That shit look weird as fuck.
All right, let me ask you a question.
I don't understand why you asked me a question. I just
I gotta ask this question. What you got against my man Mike, man?
I ain't got nothing against Mike. I'm just saying, like, I mean, all right, you know what? This is what I have. Your time is over. Let's let it go. You have a great streaming revenue going in other places. Just be the old head that, you know what I'm saying, you know, that custom model taught you how to box. Be that old head. You know what I'm saying? Don't be the old head out here, you know, in the middle of the second round, like you about to collapse and shit, whatever, and you and Roy, gray hairs everywhere and all this. I don't want to see all that. Come on, man.
Well, listen, bro, listen. At least he fought a motherfucker in his age bracket. At least he didn't try to be the guy to come back and fight somebody he 20 years, 25 years older than. You know what I mean? He didn't go back.
Who the fuck was he going to fight? Larry Holmes? That wasn't going to happen.
I mean, listen, he didn't come out of retirement and try to go after fucking
Hold on, wait. So who are you referring to at this point?
I mean, I don't know, maybe it came out wrong. I said he didn't try to fight nobody that he is 20 years older than. Like, he didn't try to fight nobody like fucking
No, I get what you're saying. I was trying to ask where you're trying to get somewhere with that comment, but that's okay. I mean, if you're saying you wasn't, then you wasn't then.
The Leprechaun champion with him and like,
you mean 20 years younger than him?
Right. Like I said, yeah, I'm gonna say it again. He didn't try to fight nobody that he himself is 20 years older than.
Okay, got you. Okay, all right.
Yeah, like he didn't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He wasn't chasing the ultimate bag, basically. He wanted to get in there and compete.
Right. He just wanted to compete. He just wanted to, you know, throw some blows with cats in his age bracket. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I mean, you know, I don't. When you put it that way, I don't. Shit need to come on Channel 3 next time. That's all I'm saying. I mean, don't try to charge somebody for this shit. Come on, man. No.
Well, I mean, wasn't the fight before that worth the price of admission?
Well, since you brought it up, Nate Robinson, man, Nate, man, I just don't. I got a little love for him. I got a little, not just on his career path. You know what I'm saying? Not boxing. I'm just saying he was a good, not a great cornerback. He was a good cornerback in Washington for the Huskies. He was a good basketball player, and he chose to go play basketball. Made I ain't gonna say substantial. Made a solid career. You know what I'm saying? Nate was somebody that everybody wanted on their team, whatever. You know, X, Y, and Z. Well, he played what 10, at least 11 years at 5'7"? Like, that's tough to do.
Right.
Maybe even more than that. I didn't really get the stats on that. But bro, what the fuck was you doing? I literally seen him rush the ball and knock himself down the first time. And I think he almost knocked himself out the first time. The ball was, I don't know what was worse, him or Pacquiao. You got to let me know. I don't know. I really don't know. They running neck and neck. And they wore the same colors, too, in some type of weird fashion.
I think it was him because, I mean, shit. Like, look at it. All right, now, they both of them was, like, motionless but he was motionless longer, though. He just, I mean, and at least Pacquiao, his shit came at the very end. Like,
no, that was, like, the 6th round, bro. That wasn't the end of the fight.
Which is we talking about? Are we talking about
Marquez?
Oh, I'm thinking about something else. I'm thinking about when he fought what's that cat?
That's the only time he really got knocked out was Marquez.
Pacquiao?
Yeah. Man, Marquez, no. Pacquiao was on the ground like this, like the same pose as Nate Robinson.
Fell on his face, right?
Right. Remember?
So, okay.
Remember he was rushing Marquez. Marquez threw the check left hook, bang, and that was it.
You sure it wasn't the end of the fight? Because I remember we was watching it at the crib, right? It was a pay-per-view fight.
It definitely was.
Who was Pacquiao rumbling because it looked like the fight was winding down, and it looked like Pacquiao probably was going to win that fight by a decision until he got tagged, and that nigga fell on his face, and he didn't get the fuck up. I mean,
it got to be Mark. That's the only person I know, whatever, to my knowledge right now, that actually floored, like, Marquez floored him. Like, matter of fact, you know what it was? Was the bull all busted up? Because Marquez was busted up, but it was early though.
It was early in the fight. See, nah, this was. I'm gonna look for that. I got to get to the bottom of this one here because
No, real talk, I'm telling you, I think it was Marquez. And maybe in that fight, maybe you thought Pacquiao was going to knock him out or they was going to stop the fight. But that was like 6, 7, like, I'm going to say 7 rounds at the most. At the most, it was like 7 rounds. But I think it was the 6th. Because he was busting Marquez up the whole fight. And then Marquez found his groove in that round, and then he tried to rush him, and that was it.
All right, well, I mean, if you could be right, brother, but I need to know because
I mean, hey, listen, if you need to know, you need to know. I understand it, I get it. I'm just saying, like, it is what it is, man. Bull he got shipped that night. He got shipped. But back to the Nate Robinson thing, you confirm after all this, whatever. I just really feel as though Nate, man, like, yo, bro, like, you should be like in the big 3. Or trying to get a workout with another NBA team or something. Not out here boxing. And the dude he was fighting wasn't nice. It wasn't like he was nice. Like he only had one professional win, and he's a twin of the boy that keep calling out Floyd. So I'm like, all right, like, yo, boy ain't really, I don't know what his amateur experience is. I have no clue. But my twist is this though. You train for 6 months to fight somebody in a COVID-based situation.
Man, that was dude's second fight, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was 1-0. He was 1-0. Yeah, no, what I'm saying is, though, Nate, you ain't fought nobody. You ain't going through no amateur fights or nothing. You train for 6 months in a COVID-based situation? Like, nah.
But see, okay, that dude was a quote-unquote YouTube sensation.
That's the boy that want to fight Floyd. He got a twin brother, too.
But see, all right, my point is simply this. Now, that does not mean he did not have more ring experience, but I can't imagine it being that much overwhelmingly more. Like, the motherfucker built up his whole resume off YouTube.
Well, that doesn't mean anything to me. Like, and the reason why I'm saying that, because it's like, who are you really fighting? Like,
my point. That's what I'm saying. So, like, I think that they both was pretty green. I think if he was to throw his ass in the ring with somebody who had maybe
boxing experience, right.
He probably is in the same position.
Right.
He's probably in the same place. So, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it was fucking sad to see because I had love for Nate. He was a bull at a point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I fucks with Nate, whatever. I mean, even though he didn't win that dunk contest, that's besides the point. But I just really feel as though, like, he wasn't a bull when that dunk contest. That was New York Knicks era. So you ain't got nothing to talk about that. Okay? All right? No, don't do it.
Oh, I know he wasn't a bull. I
know. All right.
But I'm
just saying, I'm just throwing it out there because, you'll jump. Man, no, we don't need all that right now, okay? What I'm saying is that he's not a fucking boxer, man. When I saw him rush and he headbutted the ball and it didn't work and he was and like he was concussed. I'm like, yo, stop the fight. Like, come on, man. Like, there's no need no more.
2-time slam dunk champion. But go ahead.
Okay, so Spud Webb is a 1-time slam dunk champion, right?
Who?
Spud Webb.
Oh yeah. All right.
Oh, the Bulls beat Jordan. Look, right? So my thing is this though, whatever. Here's my thing. No. Let me talk. Oh. Here's my thing, whatever. I mean, when you're 5'7" and you can dunk a basketball, you're going to win a dunk contest. Truth be told, he probably didn't win either one of those, but he was 5'7". I mean, you got to give it to him. Like, and then one for sure. Actually, Iguodala won that dunk contest, and I know that for sure.
Wait a minute.
At least one of them.
What dunk contest he beat Mike in?
Wasn't it like Mike in the dunk contest with Spud Webb? I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you might be.
I mean, I could be. I don't know. I know, but we can agree Spud got one, right?
I got a lot of love for Spud.
No, I'm just saying, but we can agree Spud got one, right?
He got one, But
Okay, all right. So Spot got one, but wait, but he got one in the Jordan dunk contest era, right?
was Mike out there with him?
I mean, I would think he would be, right?
I mean, shit, man. Fucking Isaiah Ryder got a slam dunk contest in the minor era, but when they went head to head, we saw what happened.
Who's the better player?
Oh, the better player?
Yeah.
You know what? There's a lot of levels to that shit. I'm not gonna get into that.
What do you mean you're not gonna get into it? Come on, you got to get into it. Like, what do you mean?
All right, let me say it this way: on the surface, you would have to say Ryder. You would have to. You don't got a choice. But it's a lot of levels to that shit. A lot.
What level? Was he better or not? I mean, I don't know whatever level we going to. Like, I mean,
all right, I need to say it again.
I don't get it. I mean,
on the surface, he is better than Ryder. I mean, excuse me. Ryder is better than Minor on the surface.
Ryder's just a better player. I mean, bottom line. I mean, like, there's no getting around it.
Wait a minute. But there's a lot of levels to that shit. And I'm going to leave it right there. Because it's just going to make this conversation drag out. And we can't afford that.
Okay. All right, that's cool. So Isaiah Ryder was a better player. Cool. All right. So, moving back to the conversation. Yeah, man. Hey, Nate, man. You know, I got a lot of love for you, man. I think you look like a fool out there. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I think you look like an asshole. Get a basketball camp. The boxing shit, leave it the fuck alone. Like, just let it go. LIG it, Nate. LIG it, man. You look fucking crazy out there. And you know, I got love for Nate Robinson. I ain't got no hate for him, whatever. But you look like a fucking asshole. Just gonna say it.
Harold Miner is a better dunker than Isaiah Ryder. And that's reality.
Well, it's more dunking. Well, you know what? It's more to dunking to basketball, right? You got to be able to have a handle. You got to be able to read the. You got to, have a little defense. You got to have a jump shot. Things of that sort.
Man, go ahead, man. Move on.
All right, now I got to move on because now he's the better dunker. Okay, all right, okay.
He had all that shit, man.
All right, well, you know what? Whatever, man. Fuck Harold Miner, man. Scoop ball head bitch. Listen, right? So now we getting back into the start bench cut. And this is the rookie wide receiver edition. Hey, you know what? I wouldn't be me if I didn't say this. Eagles fans all across the nation. Fucking GM sucks. So, we're going to get into this. So we got CeeDee Lamb, we got Henry Ruggs III, and we got Justin Jefferson. I want to hear your take on this first.
Okay, well, I would have to say, based off of what I've seen thus far of all three players, you start Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
You bench CeeDee Lamb. And Ruggs, go kick some fucking Ruggs. Get the fuck out of here.
Now, why do you feel that way?
Okay, well, coming into the draft, and it's crazy because, one of our dear friends is a diehard Eagle fan. And matter of fact, a couple of our homies are.
Right.
And I remember having pre-draft conversations with these cats, and I kept telling them that Justin Jefferson was the way to go.
That was the pick. That was definitely the pick.
They went another direction. It's a damn shame me and you sitting here right now because we could have did a hell of a better job putting together this draft.
Honestly, if it was me and you in the war room or even building up to the draft, that'd been a 2-second conversation. If this guy is available, this is the pick. Bottom line.
But they decided to go with Jalen Reagor. No hate to you, Jalen, but damn. I mean,
I ain't no Jalen Reagor, but the fuck have you done?
My point.
I mean, we can't sugarcoat this shit, whatever. I mean, when you think about it, like and granted, maybe he busts out. Maybe he has a wake-up game. And he starts getting his shit together. Maybe next year he shows us he's that, what they drafted him, what, 17th?
I think it was 21st.
Right, 21st. Okay, maybe I'm worth that 21st, maybe a top 10 pick. Because I think those other two guys that were mentioned before him are in that they're going to get to that we should have been drafted before this conversation. But no, I'm sorry. But I'm going to get into that. But Reagor is more or less like, I mean, it was so up in the air or whatever. But see, the thing, and this is what I hate, everybody was down on Jefferson on his 40 time. Oh, he doesn't look fast on film, but he came and ran a 4.4. What else do you need? That's proof right there.
Because of guys like John Ross, 2-3 years prior, who came out and ran 4.27s. And
well, I fucking told you it was a bust. I told you he was a bust, bro. I've been saying this. I'm sorry. I got to say this. He is a bust. Go ahead. Keep going. I'm sorry. I got to keep it true to myself.
I personally think the jury is still out on that.
It's been, what, 4 years?
Wait a minute. Now, I'm not going to get too deep into that because it's going to veer us off the path. But the reason why I say that is because some of that, and even with Jalen Reagor now, he has been hurt a few games. Ross has had injury problems as well. I don't give a fuck how talented you are. Availability, it starts with that. If you're not on the field, you could be the most talented motherfucker on the planet. If you're not out there, it's not going to matter. So
that's true.
I would like to see a complete season from both of these guys before I start labeling either of them busts. But I will say this, for this conversation, for what we're talking about right now, the Eagles had an opportunity to take Justin Jefferson. They didn't have to trade up. They didn't have to do anything. All they had to do was just put his name on the card and hand it to the commissioner. And they did not get it done. Howie Roseman, he might be capable when it comes to the mathematical aspect of running that team. But when it comes to being a talent evaluator, no.
Sucks.
Whoever their scouts are in that team, no. They need to hire us. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm a diehard Bills fan. So
the checks.
I mean, come on now.
You cut that paper shit.
It is what it is, baby. But yeah, like on the real, man, like that, yeah, to me, that's a no-brainer. You definitely go with Jefferson. And Jefferson right now, he's having of the two between him and Lamb, he is having the better of the two. Not by a lot, but he is having the better of the two seasons thus far.
No, for sure, definitely. I mean, he's looking like he belongs. You know what I'm saying? Early, he belongs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but statistically speaking, Lamb is right there. He's right there, coming in second. You know, and Ruggs only been to the end zone one time this season, but I think you know that what time that was. So,
see, you know what? I knew something was coming. I didn't know exactly what it was, but I knew something was coming. This whole episode was going too smooth for you not to take a shot at me.
No, brother. Listen, I just asked the question. Oh,
hey, listen, man. It's all good, brother. It's okay. Did he score again? No, he didn't. He scored in the first game, not the second. Go ahead. I digress.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was against y'all?
You knew that. That's the reason why you made the comment. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what, though? It's all good, though. It's all good. That was the game they beat us. The only blemish on our record is against them, a division rival. Okay, they won. Ha. That's their Super Bowl. The same thing. Who said it? Honey Badger said, that's their Super Bowl. Like, we're not worried about them. We'll come back and take care of business, and we did. So, now let me get my predictions out. And it's funny because this is going to be the same thing for different reasons, though. I'm going to go with Justin Jefferson as my starter. I think he's the more... I like his route running. That's my thing with him. I love his route running. CD is nice route. He's nice too. He's nice. But when he gets hit, it's like, that's it. To me personally. I done seen him go up and try to do something miraculous and get nailed, and it's like, all right, that's it. He's out. He's not out for the rest of the game, but mentally he's not there. So I'm going to go with Justin Jefferson for my starter. CD can be my Z receiver or my bench player. Henry Ruggs the third. Okay, I have a problem with this guy. All right, probably not his fault. However, all I heard comes to the draft. Oh, he's the next Tyreek Hill. He's so fast, and he runs a 4.3 and then he runs 4.2, and we don't know. Maybe he can run a 4.1. Doesn't fucking matter. Can he catch the fucking ball? Can he get the fuck open? Can he actually change the game? Fuck no, we're not seeing this because even Tyreek Hill as a rookie was returning punts and terrorizing people. He had the league on notice as a rookie. So I gotta say, man, he got to go in the trash, baby. I mean, and it's not like, you know, he just might be one of them guys, like, you know, he's just a speedster. That's all. Nothing wrong with that. But you got to get open and catch the ball, bro.
But can you attribute some of that to the coaching? And that's not a shot at Gruden. It's more so just an acknowledgement of Reed. Reed is an offensive guru.
You know what, though? Some of it has to be in you. You have to want to be the best.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you wanting to be the best, even if you fall short, you could be number 10. But you might have been number 75 coming in the league. That's something to hang your hat on. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's something it's something within you, whatever. We learned a lot of guys. Case in point, John Ross. You can run a 4.2 all day. That 4.2 doesn't equate to anything in the NFL. Maybe you should have went ahead and raced Usain Bolt. I don't fucking know. I have no clue. That's two things I got. That's what I got for this Henry Ruggs guy. I mean, maybe you should be on an Olympic track team. That makes sense, right?
He wants to play football, man. Let that man play football.
Talk about what he wants, man. I want $1 million. I do what I have, though, right?
He got a hell of a basketball background, too. He can get the fuck up to be that size.
So Tyreek Hill. But that's not the point.
So wait. Why? Okay, are you... What is this shit? What is you battling? What is you comparing Hill and
Nah, man, no, because a lot of people he's the next Tyreek Hill. Fuck out of here. I seen him play in college. I know he's a speedster. I get that. But if me personally, and that's the reason I would have drafted, and I think he was drafted before, I would have drafted Jerry Jeudy over him all day. Jerry Jeudy can run routes. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know what I mean? You know, I'm just out here, throw me the ball, coach. You're not DK Metcalf. That shit works for him. It's not going to work for you. You're fucking 5'9", 5'10".
I don't know, man. I hear a lot of aggression in that assessment, but...
No, I'm just saying. I'm just being real. I'm just being real, bro. I'm just being real, man. I'm just being real. So, like I said, man, I'm starting Justin Jefferson. I'm benching CD, who's a hell of a player. And I got to take the trash out where the trash goes.
All right.
There's nothing to do about that.
All right. You know what? I'm not going to give you the ammunition.
Don't give me no ammo, because I'm
that shit alone.
Don't give me the ammo.
You got it.
So, all right. So, with that being said, man, we're gonna close this episode down. As I said earlier, it's good to see you guys again, man. I know y'all gonna be seeing us. We're gonna be seeing y'all. Keep the comments going. Comment on comment. We're going to respond as we always do. You know what? I'm gonna let my man go ahead and close it down. No more than to be said.
Once again, I just want to let you know how much we love y'all for kicking it with a couple of brothers who put it down like no other. It's your boy, Reality Ron Bullard, my man, Chris Black. When you need a reality check, the reality realm is where you want to be at. We'll be back next week in the building, God willing, and that's reality.
I'm never sleeping, cause sleeping is the cause of your death. Live by the code too, I take my last breath. I'm never sleeping, I hustle while you rest. We from the cooking still ain't nothing left.